What's up guys, Cali Sunset Gaming with you again. We are on to our next episode of the FIFA 21 Chelsea career mode on PS4. Last time out was quite good for us. Even though we went out in the cup, we managed to maintain our Premier League form, and now our attention turns to the Champions League. Round of 16 against Lazio, as well as more Premier League games to come your way. If you're a Chelsea fan, it's been a very difficult week in terms of football. With Frank Lampard leaving, Thomas Tuchel has come in, and at the time of this recording, he's just played his first game and they drew 0-0 with Wolves. I had the opportunity to watch that game, I've analysed it, and I'm confident that I can emulate his formation. So not only do I want to speak about Thomas Tuchel coming in and everything that might bring to Chelsea as a football club, I also want to discuss his formation in depth and see how that can help us in our Chelsea career mode season. So if you want my thoughts on Chelsea as a team and also how we've played and the new formation and what Tuchel can possibly bring to Chelsea, make sure you stick around. Let's get to it. So I'll quickly show you guys the games that we're going to be playing today. As I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be playing against Lazio in the first leg of the round of 16 in the Champions League. Then a game to Burnley, Sheffield United and Crystal Palace. So like I mentioned in the intro, Lampard has left as Chelsea manager and Thomas Tuchel has come in. From a personal perspective, I'm absolutely gutted that Frank Lampard has left. He was my favourite player. I grew up watching him, and for me, him becoming Chelsea manager was a fantasy, and the idea of him winning stuff with Chelsea was really exciting. Lampard started out really well. The type of football that they were playing is really interesting. I sort of lost my passion for football a little bit under Sarri, just because even though he's a fantastic tactician, the games weren't really that enjoyable to watch, and even though we won the Europa League, beneath him it was just really difficult to enjoy watching the games that Chelsea played. Under Lampard it was completely different, really exciting, aggressive football, forward-thinking, attacking, counter-attacking football, high press, really interesting, but obviously, over the past couple of months, our forms slowly began to dip and Romans pulled the trigger. Thomas Tuchel coming in is something that is bittersweet. I'm upset that Lampard's gone, but now that Tuchel's here, you just got to think towards the future and think about what he can do for us. With Thomas Tuchel introduced as Chelsea manager, he had 24 hours to prepare for the game against Wolves. A lot of positives to take from it, and I believe I've managed to emulate the formation that he used, and I want to use it in this episode. So here is how he lined up. And these are the players that he actually used for the game against Wolves as well. So Mendy in goal, 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs that are incredibly attacking, really aggressive. Callum Hudson-Odoi played right wing-back, played really well, switched to left wing-back towards the back end of the game as Pulisic came on and played right wing-back. Really high up the pitch, but at the same time not forgetting their defensive duties, dropping back into that 5, playing really well. Then they had Kovacic and Jorginho in sort of like central midfield roles, and then Havertz and Ziyech in central attacking midfield roles, looking to create that overlap for Giroud, who likes a ball into his feet. Like I said, a lot of positives to take from that game, and if you're a Chelsea fan, you've got to admit it was quite exciting. Whether you're Lampard in or Lampard out, now you don't get the choice. You've got to be Tuchel in. Got to think about the future and try and get behind the team to try and get that top 4 position. We didn't create as many chances as I thought we were going to create. I think the link-up play between Havertz, Ziyech, Kovacic and Jorginho was fantastic. Jorginho was so high up the pitch at some points I thought he was going to get a nosebleed. I just saw him running towards the box and I thought, Jesus Christ, what are you doing there? I don't think I saw him make a single backwards pass, which nearly made me fall out my chair. So like I said, guys, I'm confident that I've managed to emulate the style and the formation, as well as the instructions that he used for his game against Wolves. So if you want to see a video with more in-depth analysis of that so that you guys can emulate it in your career mode, make sure you smash a like on this video and leave a comment in the comment section below. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you get an update every time I release a brand new video. So our attention turns towards Lazio in the round of 16 of the Champions League. As always, I will show you guys the lineups before kickoff. So Chelsea lineup like this against Lazio in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Silva and Azpilicueta acting as centre-backs, with Chilwell and Callum Hudson-Odoi as wing-backs. In the holding roles in midfield, we've got Kovacic and Jorginho, with Kai Havertz and Ziyech as central attacking midfielders, and then up top by himself, Olivier Giroud. Lazio going for a 3-5-2. Radu, Umtiti and Bastos as their centre-backs. Lulic, Alberto, Lucas Leiva, Parolo and Lazari as their midfield. Correa and Murakai up front. So, kick-off. Big game for the club. We need to get as far in this competition as we possibly can, because going out to Everton is not good. We need as much silverware as possible. End this season on a high. See how Thomas Tuchel's formation suits us on FIFA. Jorginho with the ball. Ziyech to Giroud. Gives it to Havertz. Sloppy pass. Correa breaking forward. Parolo. Ball over the top. Saved by Mendy. Managed to get through there. Just took a little bit longer for Callum Hudson-Odoi to get back than I would have liked. This formation doesn't do too well for him. If you've watched any of the earlier episodes, you'll know that I put him on a development plan to turn into a central attacking midfielder. So him playing as a right wing back, it's capped him up to about 75, deducted him to God knows what. He's lost like 15 stats moving to that position. But we're just testing it out for now, just to see how it goes. It's going to be a difficult battle against Lazio, just because their midfield's just as packed as ours. Azpilicueta does well to gather the ball. Jorginho. Havertz sees Callum Hudson-Odoi's run. Callum Hudson-Odoi in on goal. Over the bar. Terrible shot. Spooned it straight over the bar. Not good. So yeah, Lampard leaving. Really upset about it. I think obviously we know, those of you that are Chelsea fans, and well, even those of you that aren't, you know that Abramovich does not hesitate to pull the trigger, and just wasn't good for Lampard. You could tell the warning signs were there after the Leicester game, I think. Ball across the face of goal. Keeper gathers it. There was glimpses in the game against Wolves, glimpses of what's to come, I think. Lots of quick passing, one-touch football. Don't think Giroud and... Oh, Ziyech! Close. Yeah, I don't think Giroud, Havertz and Ziyech are on the same wavelength in terms of how they were doing. A lot of the balls that were going through to... Giroud were sort of like asking him to run past that last man when he likes the ball to feet. So I think that'll come in time, though. I'm confident that'll come in time. And obviously with Werner, it's a different approach. He likes the ball in behind, so I think that'll suit him well. A trio of Ziyech, Havertz and Timo up top. That's a lot of pace. That's almost criminal, that amount of pace. We could make a lot of teams pay. And the half-time whistle goes 0-0. Difficult so far. Not as much of the ball as I would have liked. Not a lot of opportunities on goal, but it's a good formation to sort of control the midfield. Second half begins. Chelsea to kick off. One of the things I will say is there's a lot of players in this lineup that haven't been featuring in my squad too much. So not really in form. Marikai through to Lazari. In on goal. Oh, and it's a great finish. Fuck's sake. Difficult to not start chanting that tune, to be honest, innit? 1-0 down. Sloppy there, but fortunately we get away with it. Giroud, and it's just a lofted ball through to Kai Havertz, in on goal. 1-1. We weren't behind for long. Big fan of that. Great break. Giroud spotted Kai Havertz run. He's in on goal. Smashes it past the keeper. 1-1. Back on level terms. Ball played over the top. Thiago Silva reads it. Does really well. And now Olivier Giroud to Havertz. Jorginho's asking for it. Gets it back. Jorginho in on goal. 2-1. The pressure told right at the end. Great play just to build up on the edge of the area. Great ball retention. Something we've been missing. Quick 1-2. Ziyech reads the run that Jorginho is going to make. Take advantage of it. Kovacic gets the ball and it's full time. 2-1 against Lazio. Great game. Thomas Tuchel's formation in action. It's quite similar to Lazio's, but you know what? The level of possession we had is much higher than what we usually expect, so really chuffed with that performance. Back in the lobby, got a message from Kai Havertz. That lad so paranoid about being dropped constantly. Just chill out, son, all right? You did well. Just chill out. So the next game is against Burnley. We're sticking with Thomas Tuchel's formation. Like I said before, if you do want to have an in-depth video just on how we lined up against Wolves, then make sure that you drop a comment in the comment section below and I will do a in-depth video for you guys. I'm going to be getting back into the formation videos, so I hope you're looking forward to that. And as always, I will show you guys the lineups just before kickoff. Chelsea line up like this against Burnley. We've got Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Silva and Azpilicueta acting as the centre-backs, with Chilwell and Reece James acting as the wing-backs. We've got Kovacic and Jorginho in the holding roles, with Ziyech and Havertz, and then Timo Werner up top. Burnley going for a 4-4-2. They've got Taylor, Tarkowski, me and Bardsley as the back four, with McNeil, Cook, Stevens and Goodmanson in midfield, with Wood and Barnes up top. Kick-off from Chelsea. We need to make sure that we try and continue a run of form in the Prem. We've dropped down to 6th, so it's important that we try and build on that as much as possible. Need to get into that top 4. Jorginho to Havertz. Chilwell out wide. Timo bursting through. Timo Werner in on goal, and it hasn't taken him long. Quick movement in that final third. No messing about from Timo. He'd do well in this formation, I feel. Burst past that centre-back. Straight between the two of them. Flicks it onto his left, and it's all over. 9 goals in the Prem for him this season. Oh, Burnley are trying to play it out from the back. Bit risky, considering the volume of players we've got in the midfield area. Match them man for man in that respect. So if they lose the ball in the they're opening third, they're not going to have a very good time. Timo Werner latches onto a through ball from Havertz, and he's in on goal for his second, and he scored his second, and it's 2-0 Chelsea. Thank you, Tuchel. Because now we've got Werner on fire in form. Imagine if he can do that in real life. We'll be laughing. Half-time whistle goes. 2-0, complete domination in terms of the possession and the goals. Handful for defenders, 2 attempts on goal for Timo Werner and 2 goals. So he's playing well so far. Second half begins. I've taken Ziyech off and brought on Mason Mount. I've also taken off Reece James and brought on Christian Pulisic to cover as a wing-back. Similar to what Tuchel did against Wolves, just to see how he does. Maybe just a little bit too far out to take a shot, 33 yards. Pulisic reads it. Oh, no way. Taylor's managed to sneak a shot off. Just a pass straight through the middle. We stopped the initial free kick, but it just took us too long to clear. Taylor just making that diagonal run. Fuming. Such a clumsy goal to give away.
Number 16, Dale Stevens.
I think if we can work on this formation just for the end of the season, just to see where this gets us, quietly confident. Oh, wow. Mount to Chilwell to Havertz. Oh, my days. What a bit of play that was. What a goal. What a bit of build-up that was. Quick one-touch passing. Bring a tear to Tuchel's eye if he saw that. Get me in as his assistant. Gorgeous football. Bit unnecessary for Kai Havertz to pull off a full volley from 6 yards out straight at the keeper. But fair play to him. It goes in the back of the net. And the final whistle goes. 3-1 Chelsea. Happy with that performance. Clumsy goal to give away, but overall they didn't really threaten that much, and I think that's a lot to do with the fact that we had 5 at the back. Pulisic played pretty well as a wing back, just gave that additional attacking option going forward, that overlapping run out wide. Great performance again. Back in the lobby, 2 games remaining, the games that we're going to sim. Looking at the table, we've climbed to 4th position, which is really good. 28 games played. Still quite a way off Manchester City, who are top of the table, 14 points clear from us. But we can still continue to climb. We're not that far behind Liverpool or Spurs. Okay, so here's how the teams line up. We're playing Sheffield United. We've got Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Silva and Azpilicueta as the centre-backs, with Chilwell and James as the wing-backs. Gilmer's stepping in for Jorginho, who's a little bit tired. Havertz and Mount in central attacking midfield, and then Tammy Abraham up top. For Sheffield United, they're going for Ramsdale in goal, Stevens, Egan, O'Connell, Jagielka and Bogle as the back 5, with Burge, Lundstram and Osborne in midfield, McBurney and McGoldrick up top. So, as we get going against Sheffield United, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as well about Frank Lampard leaving and Tuchel coming in. Obviously, he's got another game on the weekend. Whether you're a Chelsea fan or not, I'd love to hear your opinions on what you think he could possibly bring to Chelsea, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing. I'm positive. After tonight, I think if he's got more time, it's going to be really good for us. Yes, Mason. 15 minutes gone. We're 1-0 up against Sheffield United. Good to see. I'm a big fan of this formation already. I'm liking it a lot. Ball through to Mason Mount. Ooh. It's just a two central attacking midfielders. Just so dangerous if they can just catch the overlap at the right time like that. Ooh. So close. So half-time. Possession's been quite low from us, to be fair. I'd expect it to be quite high. Sheffield United all over us, but 4 shots, 1 chance, 1 goal. Fuming. McBurney scores the equaliser 53 minutes in. Just not controlling the midfield as well as I'd liked. So, we're going to take Tammy off. Oh, he's onside as well. Well in. Mason Mount gets his second of the game. Sends us 2-1 up. Really important we win this game. Could have done it for us. I've taken off Tammy and I brought on Timo. We're in on goal again. I don't believe it. McGoldrick. Kai Havertz, 88th minute, gets a goal. Sloppy ends up catching it on a rebound by the looks of it, but it all counts. Just managed to sort of etch in front with possession. And the final whistle goes. Snatched it late on. That's what champions are made of, boys. Not like we're going to be champions, but it's nice to be positive. So back in the lobby. Last game of the episode is against Crystal Palace. But have I got some news for you, boys. Ivory Coast squad submission. We haven't even looked at our squad. So it looks like we're going to have some friendlies for the Ivory Coast in the next episode. Let's have a quick look at the squad now. Just to see what sort of talent we're dealing with. Look at Zaha. He's just like... don't want to be here. Fofana, Bailly, Kessie, Connor, Boga, Pepe on the bench. I tell you what, boys, I'm quietly confident. We'll go into a deep dive in the next episode for the squad. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to submit that squad as the one that we want to go with. In the next episode, we can go into more detail. If there's any Ivory Coast players that you think should be in the squad, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. So, last game of the episode is one that we're going to sim. It's against Crystal Palace. The team remains unchanged apart from Werner and Mount that step in. Crystal Palace going for a 4-4-2 with Tompkins and Abraham as their centre-backs. And up top, they've got Daka and Benteke. 2-1. Kai Havertz scoring in the first half and Callum Hudson-Odoi scoring in the 80th minute. Fantastic. We were actually 1-0 down as well. Really good effort from the team to come back and ending the episode on a positive note. So guys, we'll leave it there for that episode. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Next episode is going to be big for us. Our first 2 friendlies as the international manager of the Ivory Coast. So make sure you check it out. If you have enjoyed this content, make sure you smash a like on it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for checking the content out. And I will see you next time on Cali Sunset Gaming.